Thank you so much, Fatma. And I want to start by standing in solidarity, in respect and admiration for the tremendous courage of all those who are enduring terrible hardships in Turkey, and for deepest condolences to all those that have lost lives and property and endured deep losses in this, and in Turkey, in Syria. And I also stand in solidarity with all those that are enduring deep challenges in other countries, such as Afghanistan and Iran, Haiti, in various, many countries across the world. Turkey and Istanbul remain among my favorite destinations in the world. It's always a pleasure for me to be with all of you. This is an annual event on my calendar when we were pre-COVID. And this is the first time I'm meeting with Turkish civil society and groups, so we will have other meetings. Have long-time friends among the sisters here, and indeed we stand on the shoulders of civil society activists and advocates all over the world who carry the hard fight. So thank you very much for your leadership and for your activism. We're profoundly grateful for all that you do where it is hardest to do so. But I'm going to talk about the topic that we are discussing at the CSW this year, and how absolutely crucial it is that we achieve a governance framework for this world that we live in through in the digital space. Digitalization and the digital space and the way it is affecting the ways we live, we work, we love, we communicate, we build community, we survive in democracies. The way this world is shaping us is seismic. It is, their digital technologies are transforming society, a lot for the good, but also very profoundly and dangerously affecting the ways in which our lives are played out. Technology is a great enabler, and we have seen that in very many ways in which it has created community, people have mobilized, there have been new ways in which we have been able to address challenges, but equally, technology has been a grave disabler in the ways in which it has created anti-democratic movements, misinformation, disinformation, surveillance, the ways in which women and girls have been targeted. So it is absolutely crucial that we are able to, through this CSW, establish a set of policy prescriptions that lead to a global governance framework for this world, because none exists at this point in time. So the CSW is, in a sense, the first that will be able to put forward a set of policy frameworks that enable the creation of this good governance framework for technology that is gender responsive, that promotes gender equality, and that is then able to inform the Global Digital Compact that is coming later, and which will be the big governance framework for this. The challenge that we are operating, that this whole digital sphere is compounded by, is the fact that we currently have what we're calling a polycrisis. There are the converging crises of climate change, conflicts, the impact of COVID. All of this is working to reverse progress, and then layered on that is the huge digital divide that is being that we live in currently with technology. And so the opportunity for this CSW to be able to set a global normative framework on gender equality, technology, and innovation, and influence subsequent policy-making intergovernmental processes is absolutely crucial. And the call that we are asking for, that we are asking member states to take through their negotiations, is to reassert human agency over technology. That to make technology, to approach technology from a human-centric perspective, placing people, women and girls, at the heart of it, and with feminist principles of inclusion, intersectionality, and systemic change, to address, in other words, the systems of technology as well as its tools. The Secretary General's report has laid out a set of 4 key recommendation frameworks. The first is to achieve equality in digital access and competence. We know that women across the globe are less likely than men to be engaged meaningfully online, in the technology sphere, in a safe, satisfying, and productive experience that is affordable. And this is really, really important, because every member of the population must have equal access to digital skills, to understand and use digital services in a productive and safe manner. And this is where it's absolutely crucial, because there is this myth that says that if you have connectivity, you have access. This is not true. We know that in all of the countries of the world where there is connectivity, less than 50% of women and girls are online. So the ability to ensure equality in access is crucial for this. The second is an inclusive and transformative innovation ecosystem. The technology sphere and innovations around it are entirely dominated by men at this point in time. And therefore, digital strategies are not gender responsive. And we see, therefore, that the ways in which infrastructure and innovation are designed and invested in simply don't address the needs of women and girls. And therefore, in order to bring about structural changes in innovation design and innovation ecosystems, it is absolutely critical that this is approached through a multi-stakeholder engagement, to bring in place different stakeholders to be able to address the conditionalities and the inputs into creating innovation ecosystems. The third is gender-responsive technology design, development, and deployment. Women are not viewed as technology creators. We don't see women creating algorithms. We don't see them creating technology tools and products. And so these tools, products, these systems do not respond, do not serve the needs of women and girls. And so the importance of centering women as creators of technology is absolutely central. There's a very revealing statistic that I'm going to share with you. A global analysis of 133 AI systems across different industries found that 44.2% of them demonstrate gender bias, with 25.7% demonstrating both gender and racial bias. And this is not going to be changed unless we have women across their diversities creating technology. Providing safe, inclusive, and equal access to ICT for all women and girls requires adopting a participatory design and human rights based approach that addresses also the risks that this technology poses and puts in place mitigation factors for this. And this takes me to one of the most important aspects of governance that we need, and that is to address the technology-facilitated gender-based violence, to be able to look at the online-offline continuum of violence, because violence is not simply online. There are ways in which it continues offline through tools, through other forms of digital products that are that start with an online but then continue offline. And the manner in which technology is used through surveillance and the ways in which it can amplify existing stereotypes, discrimination, biases, at one level amplify what already exists, and at another level create new forms of harassment and discrimination and targeting. And therefore, women and girls who are already experiencing multiple and intersecting forms of discrimination are further exposed to threats that are then amplified through it. So therefore, to have a really robust approach to addressing violence in the tech sphere and beyond, so how the tech sphere enables violence also in the offline life is absolutely crucial. I want to say that the potential for a gender-responsive approach to technology to accelerate the achievement of the SDGs, which are now, the Deputy Secretary General called it, that said that we were in an SDG emergency, because we are so far from achieving the SDGs. But the ability of a gender-responsive technology framework to achieve the SDGs is real. And so to push for that would be an absolutely critical aspect of this SDGs. And I want to end by saying that the Secretary General opened this CSW by saying we must ensure that the Silicon Valleys of the world do not become the death valleys for gender equality. And the Executive Director of UN Women referred to the fact that we now have a new face of poverty, and that is digital poverty, and the face is that of a woman. And so the opportunity for member states and delegations, and all of you working with your delegations to prioritize digital equity, inclusion, and a digital governance framework that addresses a human rights-based approach to technology is huge. This is a really important CSW in terms of how it affects all of our lives. And so I wish all of you the very best with your negotiating delegations. And thank you very much for all of the work that you do. And we wish all of us, very well in the next days, and hope that we get to this far-sighted and deeply influential set of agreed conclusions. Thank you.